My hair is doing the same thing. Hi, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from wisdomseekers.net. And we're here today. Obviously, we have somebody at the door. We're here today for fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, December 1st to the 7th, 2019. And we're going to start right off.
Can I asterisk the dates? Because we've passed the first. We're from the 8th to,
Oh, yeah, no.
next Saturday.
So it's actually written in there 8th to the 14th. And I will just change that. So it's 8th to the 14th. 14, there. So how's everybody? Anyhow, we're going to start off right away. Just hang on, Jen. You should phone the Dr. Jaden's office and cancel if you can't make it.
Why?
Well, because your appointment's either 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning.
Tomorrow?
Monday.
I can make it to that.
Okay. All right, so here we go. And show that you care. This is the first card I pulled. And it says, and it's a really pretty card, if you can see it. It's a dragon and a young woman. And it's just saying, show that you care. So let's see what the energy is for fire. And I think it starts out really well. It's one of the cards I like anyhow. And it is, before I start, I have a reading at 11:30. We cannot go very long. So Ace of Pentacles. And it's a card of physical earth energy. It's also a card of abundance. But the thing that jumps out to me is all the energy. And there's a heck of a lot of energy shifting and changing. So let's see what happens. What covers it is the Chariot. And the Chariot is obviously all about balance, right? And that was what I was talking about last week was balance. And this week, obviously, it's the same. So it's not that you stay in balance. It's how you deal with being out of balance and getting back into balance and continuing on your life journey. And it's a life journey that's more important than being sidetracked by problems. And what's behind you is Seven of Swords. And that's well, if you watch NCIS, it's watch your six, watch your back. There's somebody who's trying to sneak things past you. You're probably very aware that they're doing it. And I've seen that happen a lot, especially in office situations. This card comes up when people are playing dirty politics in the offices. It doesn't mean that it's simply it is only in the offices, but that's where it comes up predominantly. What's below you? You're probably living through right now? It's the Temperance card. Lots of energy coming in, lots of shaking, lots of shifts and changes, positive shifts, but any kind of shift or changes can be very difficult and tiring. Even though in the end the energy will be pushed back, the dirty energy will be pushed back, and the new energy come forward. So, and that brings us to the Magician. And the Magician, that's 3 major arcana, by the way. The Magician, like the Temperance, but in a more personal way, brings the energy from above and consciously shifts it and changes it to suit the situation and an event. It may bring up some unsettling emotions because right now we're still working on getting rid of that that does not suit us, which is old energy. So we get the 9 of Swords, and that's really deep, frustrating energy level. And I personally know that there's a lot of people going through this dark energy, but it is the end of it. It's not the beginning of it. And that one, in my opinion, the 9 of Swords is one of the hardest cards in the deck. I'd take the Tower any day over the Nine of Swords, because the Nine of Swords does create a lot of hurt and frustration. And then we come again. We've got it's a very important week for everybody. But we get the Judgment card, and this is where we're heading to. This is the support. And the Judgment is that we're coming out of the dark. We're seeing things with clarity and clear vision. We're seeing things properly. It is creating a mini death. And there might be in some cases actual death with the energy is just too much for some people, and they've said, "Had enough. I don't want to deal with it anymore." But the outcome card or the ultimate energy is it is a mature form of joy and happiness that is coming our way. I don't believe it's going to be an easy week. I doubt anybody's going to find this an easy week. Christmas in North America is never an easy time. Too many memories, too many expectations, too much of everything. It's an over-the-top month. And there's a lot of people in despair, and because most of us are empaths, we pick up on it. So it makes it even more difficult. So the first card says, show that you care. And that's how to go about dealing with this energy. And the answer is, why do you show your care? Because we are all connected. We are all one. We are all part of the situation. It doesn't matter who you are, if you live an exemplary life, but there's somebody not far away who does live the life that's just the opposite. You're still not responsible for that person, but you're still responsible for maintaining a space for that person. And you do that by feeling love. That's the only responsibility you truly have is maintaining a love or space for that person. Whether they get better or worse does not matter. Okay, does that make sense? I hope so. As I said, we've got like 20 minutes max left because I have a reading at 11:30, and we will be back later in the day towards that evening. But I have a few readings that
are
scattered throughout, and as I said before, that's my job. That's where I get my bread and butter.
Well, in our case, coconut oil.
A lot of coconut oil, coconut sugar, coconut milk. We do coconut.
Yep. Okay. Karen McClay says hi, and I'm still in bed at 8 a.m. Saturday morning.
Well, that's the best place to be.
She also adds that she has a caramel latte, and I'm also jealous about that.
Maybe I know this is really not something we really do, but maybe we should just, as much as I love hearing about the people, let's just skip to the questions.
Gotcha.
And I do love hearing your art, what you're doing. I really do. It makes it so much more interesting for me.
Did you want to scroll up to the top on your side of the chat? Because I think I might have missed, it didn't show up on mine in between.
So Karen, Nanny
Drea?
Yeah.
I don't have her. So if you can read her question. Otherwise, I apologize because it did not show up for me.
Okay. If my ex Gemini contacts me, it will be because he wants to get back together or for other reasons. Is that what your opinion is? Okay. And I have to concur. I don't really want to. I would give him the benefit of the doubt, but exes generally are exes for a reason.
Keep them that way.
And they can be friends, but going backwards is never going to work very well. So I'm going to leave it at that.
Kylie Brown asks, do you ever see me and my ex, Jose, getting back together in a relationship in the future?
I don't think that's a viable option. You might become friends, but there is something there between the two of you that caused you to cause the energy to shift and change, so that you became exes, and it's still, that reason is still, it's still real. Okay.
Joe Firmino asks, hello, darling. When will I get my first sale this year?
This year,
I'm wondering if she means this year as in 2020.
or next
Or
12
like that-
months,
that-
yeah.
Yeah.
I see you learning a lot for the first 4 or 5 months. And I feel you getting your feet under you and understanding what's happening more. And once you do that, and the faster you do that, the faster you get your sale. But until you and it's almost like you need to put in a little bit of study. Until you put in a little bit of study, and everything, it will take a while. Okay.
Blossom 11 asks, hello, I would like to know what's positive that is coming for me this month. Thank you. The snow is pretty.
I do actually see that there is a period of your life, something happening in your life that is actually going to bring you great joy. And it may be that you run into somebody you haven't seen in a long time, and you feel you're just excited about the idea or something. But I do see your face lit up, and you're very pleased with the situation. It may be an old friend you haven't seen for a long time. It could be somebody that offers you a touch of magic. I know that sounds funny, but when something happens that you're not expecting, do think of it as a touch of magic. And it's something, it will be something you're not expecting. And no, I won't tell you what it is, because, well,
Spoilers.
I'm not going to do spoilers. Life is to be lived. It's not to be. Oh yeah, I knew that was coming. I mean, any psychic already does that, but doesn't mean you shouldn't have the joy. Oh my God, this is so great, and I was so on it. I did not expect it. Energy. Okay.
Kim R asks, does my ex feel bad for treating me so badly, like lying and cheating?
I don't think so. Mostly they don't. Occasionally they'll come along and they will. But as a general rule, people who do that haven't got highly developed care energy. And I'm going to give you a bit of advice. As soon as possible, it is time to move forward and look for something new. Do your mourning because it's necessary, and then let it go. Don't really care what he thinks. The less you care, the more you win. Okay.
Terry Avalos asks, what do you see as defaults for me?
What does she mean by that?
I think default personality.
I'm sorry.
Or what other persons think are my default. I want an objective point of view.
Okay. So explain it again to me.
What do you see as my defaults?
Maybe you could fill Elle in a bit more on that, because I'm not quite sure what you're trying. I'm sorry. It's going over my head.
In the meantime, Maria Herrera asks, hi, any messages for my guides? Thanks.
Just the same. They keep telling you to breathe, and just live day by day. Don't deal with the things you have control over, and release the stuff release the fears and everything there you have no control, and it will happen when it happens. Okay?
You ready for the next one?
Yes.
Seven Sky Ocean asks, hey, can I get a general reading?
General.
Yeah.
Generally, your guides say things are starting to look up a little more. They don't show me a zoop up. It's more of a slant up, but things are starting to ease off a little bit, and that's basically all I got for general.
Next one?
Yep.
Moonfeather asks, hi ladies, I hope you are doing well. Just wondering if, and that's a big if, I were to give my mother money for Xavier's therapy, would she actually use it on that? Please and thank you.
On what?
Xavier's therapy.
Oh. I kind of think she wouldn't. I got a no. I got a fairly strong no. You could maybe buy the therapy and take her, and then you'd know. But more than likely, she'd find an excuse. Oh, I absolutely had to have food for the table, or your somebody had to have this extra money for their needs and wants. So I don't think so, but you can try. I think if you were going to do that, though, you really want to. You really want to be the one in control, managing it. Okay. Oh.
Paulette Kimbrough
Mm-hmm.
Asks, hello Elisha, thanks for sending this to me. I'll contact you later. I need a shaman I believe will help my problem.
Yeah, we have a fabulous shaman actually. Well, yeah. Okay.
Dogs are hyper.
Yeah. Can you take them upstairs?
He's coming down. He's fine.
Okay.
Tay asks, hello, do my spirit guides have any messages for me?
Well, it's the same old, same old. They say smile. Things are coming along quite nicely. I think they're really delighted with how you are dealing with life right now. There's a lot of positive change happening for you. Okay.
Princess Nee asks, hello, can I please ask if there will be any unexpected surprises for me next year?
Unexpected surprises?
Yeah.
As in good or positive? Because, yes, of course, there's going to be unexpected surprises. I mean, you can't go through a year without something like that happening. But I think there is something positive coming your way that you're going to find makes your life much better, much easier. And having said that, I have on my website, I have a lady who does a month by month what's going to happen in your life, and she's done this for a few years. She's really good at it. People hold on to them for a year and come back and talk to her about it over the over the 6 to 12 months, and it's she's good. Anyhow,
AP asks, hey there again, Eliz-sha. Are there any messages for me from my guides? Thank you.
So the guides came in and they were there's something happening. It's really positive. They're really excited. And with it came a bunch of light. And they didn't tell me what it is, but something's in the wind, and it's coming soon. And when I say soon, it's like it's almost upon you. It could be even today that you notice, you go, oh my God, yes. Okay? So don't say no to things today or for the next week. Say yes. Be positive.
Next.
Yeah.
Jennifer Schweb asks, hello, ladies. Can you or my spirit guides see a street name or an address that sticks out for the homes I have been looking at in Fairfield near my daughter that feel like a positive for now for our move?
I can't do that, no. But if you have one that has the name of a tree or something like that, that might possibly be what you're looking for. Or there are a lot of trees on the block or something like that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The Polynesian princess asks, can I ask you, Eliz-sha, what is Cameron's actions towards me currently? Thank you as always.
He feels like life has got him in its grips, and he doesn't feel like he's got a great deal of control over how he's reacting. I do know how he's feeling is not how he's reacting, which I know that sounds very strange, because he really would like to spend time with you and be with you, but then he turns around and says, he opens his mouth and the wrong stuff comes out. Okay.
So I'm going to suggest a couple more questions, and then we say goodbye until later. So
yeah, because I have to be able to read without being too tired.
Okay. Mimi asks, how does Dario feel?
Maybe pull back just a little bit for a little, not very long, just in maybe a day or two. Just be the one, let him be the one to reach out rather than you be the one to reach out. Just for a little bit. Give him a tiny bit of space. And it will probably make the relationship move faster and easier. Okay.
Alicia P98 asks, hi, may I know what's on Justin's mind about me?
Okay. I have no idea what he said. It's a word I've never heard before, and I don't know what it means. The energy is not negative, not positive. It's just sort of, it's like he's in a situation where he's a tiny bit frustrated, and I don't think it actually has much to do with you, the frustration, but I think this is a time to tread carefully, not because he's pissed or angry with you, but because the situation in his life is making him a little bit antsy. Okay.
And we'll end on positive for life. If we didn't get to your questions, and there's a lot of questions we didn't get to.
We're coming back later. Hopefully I won't have any readings. I have a few between now and when I come back, and hopefully I won't have any more readings today, so we can go on a little longer. But I do have to be I have to be
present
for my readings because, like I said,
bread and butter. So Positive for Life asks, hi, what is something good and important I can know from my guides this month? Thank you.
There seems to be a month of reunions, if that makes any sense. It seems that there's a lot of we've been getting rid of a lot of negative energy for the last couple years. This month, towards the middle, towards the end, it's almost like we're inviting that which has been in the past back in, but what has been positive. So we've got rid of a lot of negative. Now we're inviting the positive in. So it's old positive, but with a new twist. So something old is coming back into your life, but it's a positive old. And it is something that you can walk down memory lanes with, but at the same time, it's going to move forward into a very new and positive situation. Okay, and I'm really very sorry. These readings come up, and it was I didn't have the reading when I woke up, but I did have to take the readings.
Just a real quick yes or no question. Moonfeather asks, I would like to have one of your jewelry pieces, maybe to help my energy. Is it okay if I direct message you one day soon and we can talk about it?
Yes, please do.
All right. Either you can email her through info@wisdomseekers.net
or Eliz-sha Keating Messenger
on Facebook.
Yeah, I like that one. It's easy.
Yeah.
But it's Eliz-sha Keating. If you go through Wisdom Seekers Messenger, everybody who's admin can read it, and I'll just direct you to me anyhow.
Yep. And on that note.
Right, on that note, namaste, namasko.
Bye guys, we'll see you later.
And actually, I'm getting really, really good results with the energy for the pieces of jewelry for people.
Bye.